Yesterday had it all. A brilliant performance on the mound. Got him. Perhaps even a greater brilliance in the field. Panik's got it. He flips it to Crawford. And it was topped off with a walk-off win in extra innings. And this game is over. Now the Giants will try to do it all over again, but this time for Mom. They look to take the series with a win on Mother's Day, and it's coming up next. Sunday afternoon baseball here at AT&T Park as we get ready for Giants baseball game 4 of this 4-game series, Rockies and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow, and from both of us, happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there watching. Well, today is a day where the Giants can take 3 out of 4, and in the way Samardzija pitched against the Rockies in Colorado, I think the Giants are pleased that he gets the ball today.
Well, he's had some magic against the Colorado Rockies in 4 starts. He's 3-0. He's never lost to him. And plus, you consider, I mean, he's won his last 3 games. Now, that's a personal best for him to have 3 wins in a row and 3 starts. So he's a guy we're going to pay close attention to. Also, the Brandons. Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt are on fire right now. This last week, Brandon Crawford with 9 RBIs, Brandon Belt hitting on over 400. So it's nice when the Brandons are going off, but right now, Samardzija is the guy you really want to watch.
Eddie Butler will be the opponent, and he's 2-0 lifetime against the Giants. All right, when we come back, we will have the lineups and the first pitch on this Mother's Day right after this.
Giants baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo, only at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota. It's Toyota time. For big savings on legendary Toyota quality, take a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places.
We got baseball here at AT&T Park. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 62 degrees here at the yard. You see the winds at 10 miles per hour. Humidity, well, 75%. It is overcast. Here's Walt Weiss's lineup to face Jeff Samardzija. It'll go like this. It'll be Blackmon, Story, see what he's done in this series. Then followed by Gonzalez, Arenado, and Parra. LeMahieu, who bounces around the lineup. He'll hit it 6 this afternoon. Then it's Ben Paulson, Dustin Garneau, and Eddie Butler.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the big fella, Jeff Samardzija, 6'5", 230-pounder. He's 31 years of age, and he's in his 7th year at the big league level. And 6 starts this year, 4-1 with a 3.32 ERA. He has won his last 3 in a row, and that includes one against these Colorado Rockies. He has never lost to Colorado, 3-0 with a 2.08 ERA. When he's right, you're going to see a fastball that goes 92-97. He will sink, he will cut it. He's got a slider and a circle changeup.
And he's about to go after Charlie Blackmon. Here in the top of the 1st inning. In at 3rd is Duffy. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way. And we get started with a called strike. Did I hear 12:06?
106.
That's what I meant. 106. And a swing and a miss.
It just feels like 12:06. Hey, the family's here on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you moms. It's a happy family spending it at the yard. Dad won a Buster Posey lookalike contest.
Yes, he did. And that's how he got those good seeds. The 0-2 to Blackmon is very high. See the Giants with many with the pink shoes. Many Rockies with the pink shoes, pink sleeves, and pink lettering and stitching. Look out. Foul.
Well, it is Mother's Day, but it also is Breast Cancer Awareness Day, which is why all the players all around baseball are highlighting their uniforms with pink. Special edition Giants uniforms, and these uniforms will be auctioned off after the game. Game used jerseys to raise money for cancer.
Got him. And that's how this game gets started.
Cutter. Wow. Let's take a look at the Giants defense playing behind Jeff Samardzija, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Williamson, Blanco, and Pence. Good arms on the corners with Williamson and Pence, Crawford and Duffy on the left side of the infield, Panic and Bell on the right side. Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs. Denard Span just getting a day off today.
Here's Story. Story hitting .273. Samardzija got him for an 0 for 4 in Colorado about 2 weeks ago. This was pretty nasty, this pitch.
Well, this is a cutter. And the thing about Samardzija's cutter is you don't tip the rotation of the breaking ball. It looks like a fastball in the eyes of the hitter. They do not see slider spin. And it's a high velocity pitch at 94 to put him away.
That's hits the bag, so that's a fair ball down the left field line. Williamson will get to it, and it'll be a double for Trevor Story. And that'll bring up Carlos Gonzalez.
Just rips it. You know you're going to have a good day when you start hitting bags. And with his speed, it's an easy 2-bagger once it gets down the line. That was our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. So Carlos Gonzalez steps in with a runner in scoring position here. And Jeff Samardzija going to get challenged.
And Gonzalez takes a strike. Did we say it's CB Buckner?
CB Buckner behind the plate, and he's a guy that likes more high strikes than low strikes. It's not a consistent strike zone, not an easy one to pitch to, and it really is more of a hitter's zone. You'll see some rubbernecking today.
0-1 to Gonzalez with Story at second. And this is bounced foul. Ingrid Baxter down the first base line. Didn't really look like she was interested until the ball got by her.
Well,
and, that's the way I was the last year that I played.
Hey, that's not true. I was there. And over there is Kome Muller. She is our ball babe down the left field line.
Belt will glove this one. Story goes to third, and here's Arenado.
A couple of line hugging ground balls. That bombs all around the ballpark today. Really is a great tradition. It's one of the coolest things about the baseball season is Mother's Day, and it has really kind of grown as now they have attached Breast Cancer Awareness Day, and everybody gets in the theme of things with the pink. Players have fun with it.
Here's Arenado. 2 for 9 lifetime against Samardzija, but dangerous all the time. And there's a first pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes. I think the players do like the Mother's Day, the pink gear, the bats. It gives them something where they don't have to be superstitious. You know, they can just go for it. Fouled out of play. Problem is if you hit 4 home runs in a game, it's likely the pink bat's going to come out tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you would think.
And then all of a sudden, the superstition comes right back at you.
But pink bats. Everybody's wearing gray hats today, dark gray hats with the pink lettering. Good pitch. Buster Posey. I mean, only on Mother's Day, right?
That's awesome.
Very appropriate.
Two 1 pitch. Hit out to right and struck well. Pence on the move, and Pence is not going to get there. It hits right off the bottom of the wall, and Arenado is headed for third, and he's going to make it. So a triple for Arenado, and it's 1-0. Giants did a really good job during extra innings of not letting Arenado do any of this stuff.
Well, it's not often you see Arenado go to right field, but he takes the cut fastball and just backspins it over the head of Pence, and you thought for a second he was going to be able to get to it. And in the end, it hits the base of the wall. Nice play by Blanco to back it up. And even despite the nice play from Blanco, Arenado scampers into third base with a triple.
Now here's the one guy that's got some ownage on Samardzija, and that's Gerardo Parra. He's 7 for 18 lifetime. And in that long game yesterday, Parra went 2 for 6 as he bounces this one to Belt. Belt to Samardzija, and that'll end the inning. A run on 2 hits. 1 left. Blanco, Panic Duffy coming up.
the bottom of the first inning.
And let's take a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll be Blanco, Panik, and Duffy. Buster Posey, as usual, in the cleanup spot. Belt Pence and then Brandon Crawford. You can see what he's done the last 7 games. Mac Williamson gets a start, and Samardzija on the hill.
On the hill today for the Colorado Rockies will be the right-hander Eddie Butler. Eddie Butler has 1 year in the big leagues. Former first rounder in the 2012 draft. This is what he has done in 2 outings rather, one which was a start. 8 innings, 7 strikeouts against 1 walk and 6 hits. Got a good fastball to go low to mid-90s. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. He'll mix all of those pitches in with the fastball, but he pretty much rides that fastball. He's got good sink to it. When he's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls. He's had good success against the Giants' lifetime. He's 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA.
And Blanco takes a call strike.
And what's significant about the 2-0 is that Eddie Butler is 4-12 lifetime in the big leagues. 2 of those wins against San Francisco.
Blanco yesterday an 0 for 5. With Panik to follow. Out of play. It's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Perfect day for baseball. Lots of gamer babes in the stands, as you would imagine, on Mother's Day.
And tight to Blanco. Overall for Gregor Blanco, 269 with 6 runs batted in. He's 2 for 5 lifetime against Butler, both hits doubles. And a healthy rip.
What do you say we check out the defense for the Colorado Rockies, starting in their outfield from left to right? It'll be Parra, Blackmon, and Gonzalez. Great arms across the outfield. Story, Arenado on the left side. LeMahieu, Paulson on the right side, and Dustin Garneau will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Out of play again, and it stays at 2-2. Scramble on Mother's Day for that baseball. And it's down the left field line, and that's a base hit. Blanco decides not to challenge Parra. He knows all about Parra.
That's a great play by Gerardo Parra. Right now it's time for our Togo's Big Play, the Togo's Way, and we think that Joe Panik made the headlines yesterday in our minds with this unbelievable from his stomach hook shot that gets Nolan Arenado, and that is a force that ends the inning in the top of the 13th. Look at the stretch from Crawford. Defensive brilliance from the Giants middle infielders. That's our Togo's Big Play, the Togo's Way.
Panik yesterday took an 0 for 6. We had the Little League Day today, right? So I don't know, maybe 200, 300, 400 kids, and you've done it. I think Dave did it a couple of weeks ago, and you stand on top of the dugout and you take questions. And today one of the Giants coaches was part of the session, and I asked Bam Bam Meulens, I said, so long day yesterday, a lot of at bats. Is there anybody where you had to rub their back after? He said, yeah, I rubbed Joe Panik's back already today. 0 for 6 does that to you.
Yeah, but he had the play of the game. It softened the blow a little bit.
2 balls and 1 strike. So Panik and Blanco combined went 0 for 11. Well, you can see Gregor Blanco's already forgot about it. There's always a couple of disasters in the mix. Buster Posey went 0 for 5.
Hey, somebody has to make the outs. Come on.
Blanco goes, pitches low. There's the throw, and it's not in time, and it squirts away from Story anyway. Second steal for Blanco.
Excellent jump. Garneau had a pretty good release time to get it out. I mean, if they catch this ball, that may have been a different scenario. And as he kicks in with his feet, now I don't think he ever had that thing in the pocket. Just could not field the one hop.
So it's 3-1 to Panik. And this is driven to left, but it's right at Parra. So no luck for Panik, and Duffy will come up. Duffy had the big hit to send everybody home last night in the 13th. That RBI turned out to be his 11th of the season. And the pitch, nice play by Garneau, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Duffy's second career walk-off yesterday. His first was last year during Mother's Day weekend. Did it on Mother's Day. Those are things you don't forget. Walk-off base hits.
Yeah, if you're going to do anything for any member of your family, just do it for Mom.
Yeah. Yo, or
1 ball and no strikes. Blanco's picked off, and he is out. And everybody's kind of looking around to see if Butler did anything wrong, but it turns out that that he didn't do anything wrong.
he has to step off the rubber if he's going to throw to third base, and he did, from what I could see. Watch the back foot step. That's a balk. The only problem is, I mean, it's been allowed. This is his move that, you know, it's a deke to second base. So you don't have to throw to second base. If you were going to throw it to third, you had to step off. But because he motioned towards second first, then it was okay. It was acceptable.
That runs inside to Duffy.
But I've never liked that move. I've always felt that it's just, you know, you're not supposed to deceive the runner, and that's complete deception right there. But it's kind of something that morphed into acceptance about 15 years ago.
Tap to third. Fair ball. Side retired. Nice play, Arenado. Well, promising inning goes away. It's 1-0 Colorado.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
1-0 Colorado. DJ LeMahieu will stand in. LeMahieu takes a strike. He's at 301, a couple of home runs, 10 driven in. LeMahieu with 4 hits in the series. He had the big hit in the 10th inning where he tripled and then eventually scored to make it 1-0. And then Belt had a triple in the bottom of the 10th. And Belt scored, and that tied the game up, and that's how it moved along to the 13th. Against Samardzija, LeMahieu is 4 for 9 in his career. Out of play.
Good. Paulson getting ready to go. What we've seen from Samardzija, he kind of warms up to establish his velocity a little slow. You don't normally see his high velocity until about the 3rd inning when he gets really stretched out.
Blanco moving back. Now he picks it up and puts it away.
Well, check out the Silver Slugger 3-pack. Access to 3 games starting at $99, including the June 25th game against the Phillies. We're giving away the Madison Bumgarner Silver Slugger bobblehead to the first 40,000 fans, courtesy of Chevron that day. The pack also includes a limited edition coin commemorating our 3 recipients of the 2015 Silver Slugger Award. Go to 3-pack, sfgiants.com/minipacks and check it out.
Here's Ben Paulson. High fastball, 1-0.
But the thing about Samardzija is that if he opens up at 91-93 and he pitched the 8th inning and he's throwing 94-97, I mean, that's how it goes with him.
Gets jammed in Crawford on the backhand, and Crawford will throw him out. All right, on this Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to Amy G. To you.
Thank you, gentlemen. As you already mentioned, Major League Baseball painting every baseball town in pink. They've also added a neon floral print to the mix. About it, Bruce Bochy saying it's very colorful and it's a perfect day for it. He said it's so special to play on Mother's Day. He said no one influences your life more than mom, and he credits his mom for his big league success. While his dad was serving in the military, he said it was mom that played countless hours of catch with the Bochy siblings in the backyard. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Dwayne.
Here's Garneau, absolutely, and all the moms that throw the kids in the car, drag them around.
Oh.
There's a shot into right field, and that's going to be a 2-out base hit. And that'll get Eddie Butler to the plate.
My mom was a nurse and she worked nights. She'd come home in the morning around 7 o'clock, get us out to school, go to bed for a couple hours, and then she'd be right there picking us up from school and taking us to whatever the game du jour was. And I was lucky. Had a great mom. Miss her.
Mom.
They have a great mom.
Here's Butler. Butler's 0 for 1 on the season. And he takes a strike. Top of the order in Charlie Blackmon. And this is rolled to Belt. And Butler will get another shot at it. It's 0-2.
Plus, when you're a little league, I mean, you could go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and make 5 errors, and mom's still going to give you a standing ovation coming off the field. And mean it. And because of that, there's always going to be a special place in your heart for your mom. Hey, Mom.
Look out. See, the screen's paying off. I'm telling you. That would have hurt somebody.
Yes, it is.
Samardzija to Butler. Tapped slowly. Slowed down by Samardzija. Recovers and throws, and it's in time. I don't know about that one.
Now they'll all wait. Yeah, I don't think it's coming back.
Yeah, I think they got him. And that is indeed going to end the inning. So really nice play by Samardzija to throw out the pitcher Butler. Buster Posey's going to lead things off. Quote, it comes from Bruce Bochy on Johnny Cueto yesterday. So you need your guys to put up zeros, and what a game Johnny had. He pitched out of those jams.
Now let's take a look at how good he was with just an assortment of great speed mixes, location consistencies, and deception in his delivery. Other than that, it was pretty normal. There is nobody quite like Cueto. I mean, it really isn't around baseball. The things that he's able to do, and from all the different angles.
So Posey stands in to face Eddie Butler. 1-0 Colorado. And a strike, Belt to follow, and then Pence. So these are your 4, 5, and 6 hitters in this lineup, and this is a soft comebacker to Butler. 1 out. And here's Belt. Hey, there's Amy G's mom and dad. There's Gracie and Zach. Amanda and Paul Gutierrez as children. There's Paul on the end. That's a good-looking, happy group.
Yeah, I think they'll all be dining tonight together.
Pitch is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike to Belt.
Belt has been on a roll this last week, hit over 400. On base percentage over 500. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Go Giants.
Today they gave away free tote bags for Mother's Day, and it was a big hit. They were lined up outside the ballpark for a long way away from the gate. Just a festive attitude around the ballpark today too.
What's the count to Belt?
3-2.
3-2.
It just seems like it's a 3-ball count every time he gets in that batter's box. There's the hot streak we're talking about, hitting over 429 in this 6-game hit streak he's got going.
And Belt with a rocket right past LeMahieu.
How did that happen?
He tested LeMahieu and he won.
Getting a ball past DJ LeMahieu at second base has not been easy in this 4-game series. Little breaking ball, rakes it. I think he did get a glove on it. Just off the tip.
It also looked like he moved a little bit to the right before that ball was hit. So here's Pence, second hit in the game for the Giants. And Pence hits a high fly ball to right. Gonzalez back at the wall, and it's off the bricks. And this is going to put runners at second and third.
You don't see many home runs hit the right field by right-handed hitters, and this is about as close as we've seen in a while. There is carry to the side of the ballpark, high fastball, and this is back spinning as it leaves the bat, and that's where you get your carry. As you watch Gonzalez going back, I mean, this hits right up there off the Levi's sign, and Brandon Belt had to wait. I mean, he was looking at Carlos Gonzalez, and he didn't know if that ball was going to get caught.
So it looks like Crawford's going to be walked intentionally.
I don't think it's a big decision from Walt Weiss, knowing what Eddie Butler's strength is, and it's the sinker. So he's walking a guy he respects for an RBI, and that's Brandon Crawford, and he's setting up the fours.
So it'll be Mac Williamson who is going to step up, and Butler's last pitch was closer to a strike than a ball.
It was. Be ready to hit. That's all I can say.
So here's Mac Williamson. Williamson is 3 for 13 on the season.
He's about due to unload one. Williamson with lots of power, big guy, 6'4", 230, solid.
First pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Samardzija to follow. Another breaking ball, and now Williamson is behind in the count, 0-2.
Another hanging breaking ball. But he wasn't looking breaking ball. He was looking fastball.
Well, now you got to protect. A 1-2. Belt, Pence, and Crawford are your base runners. Williamson waiting on this 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, foul down the right field line. Look out. Williamson back in the box as he waits on Eddie Butler. Tap foul, stays alive. So
But
boiled a pretty good pitch there.
That's his bread and butter sinker, and you can see just how much movement he has with that ball barreling down into his left knee. I mean, that's just big time sink. And that's the pitch that gets the ground ball, and that's what he's looking for. I mean, he'd take a strikeout here with 1 out, bases loaded. Don't get me wrong. Pitcher on deck.
1-2. Foul back. He had a rip.
94-mile-an-hour sink outside corner. That wasn't a hanger either. That was below the knees. You have average speed at third base. If you're going to get a sac fly here, you got to get it a little bit beyond medium depth. That's how good the arms are in this Rockies outfield.
Two and two. He figured he was eventually going to go back to the first 2 strikes he got on Williamson. Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him.
And he goes back inside with 93-mile-an-hour sink, and it really is a pitch that almost looks like a left-handed breaking ball. It's got that much movement coming in on him. 2-seamer and just explosive movement down and in, and he gets the strikeout.
Well, Samardzija a good hitter. He's 4 for 20. Plus, he's got 5 runs batted in on the season. And he's not afraid to take a rip.
Shark attack. Jeff Samardzija, nicknamed the Shark because of his resemblance to Bruce, the shark in Finding Nemo. It's a great call, by the way.
0-2. Tapped foul, third base side. We'll do it again.
3 pitches, 3 sliders. Samardzija with lots of power. Gets that slider up a little bit. He could do something with it.
And that'll end the inning. Giants waste an opportunity. We'll head to the third. Here on Mother's Day, it's 1-0 Colorado.
Bay Area is brought to you by Clipper. For work, play, and all points between. Use Clipper instead of cash to pay for transit.
Well, Friday, May 20th kicks off our first Orange Friday Happy Hour presented by Lagunitas. Your special event ticket admits you to a pregame party featuring music from Foreverland, as well as you get your first beverage and a ticket to the Friday night game when the Giants take on the Cubs, the Red Hot Cubs. Go to sfgiants.com special events for more information.
How'd the Red Hot, what are they doing today? Nationals are leading the Cubs 3-1. That's a Jake Arrieta start. Game in the 6th. Here's Blackman. Blackman struck out in the first. There he takes one low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Samardzija wanted it. Hey, bring your own shade.
Good pitch to even the count. Top of the 3rd inning here on Mother's Day. Beautiful day. The sun came out a little bit before game time. Driving in, it was quite overcast.
Circle changeup just a bit low. Good arm action on the pitch though, and that's the key with that pitch, is he is still working to get that pitch under control. Eventually it's going to be a good pitch for him.
Williamson will give chase, but he's not going to get there in time. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Big upper body turn, and because of that you don't see the ball early on him. But you look at the rest of the mechanics. I mean, very compact delivery for a big man. He's 6'5" with long legs, and that shoulder and hip coming out at the same time. And when that foot plants, that hand's in a nice high position, and he repeats it. He's as athletic as I've ever seen a player at this level. I mean, he is just a good athlete.
Panic backs up a little bit to get a better hop. 1 out.
You saw that on the play that ended it for the Rockies in the 2nd inning. Samardzija can just do things that other guys can't do.
Here's Trevor Story, who doubled in the 1st inning. Mom taking a walk. Maybe taking a lap like you used to suggest people do here.
Yeah, it's still a great thing to do at this ballpark.
Outside corner for a strike.
Samardzija fan out there in the bleachers in left field, or right field rather.
Samardzija. And the 0-1 pitch, here it is. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Samardzija made it known that this is really where he wanted to go when he had a chance to sign in other places. Two balls and 1 strike.
Well, when you have numbers that put you on a pedestal as a free agent, I mean, it's a pretty nice existence when you're getting multi-offers and people are kind of bringing roses to your front door to get you to come to their ballpark.
2-2.
You know, and then you can really do a little study on the organization and the city you want to go to. Samardzija had a chance to play in Northern California when he was with the A's. Liked the area. Thought it'd be a cool place to live.
Foul back.
So an opportunity when the Giants came knocking and he said, I'm in. And it has been a great ad. I mean, the one thing that he is an innings eater. He takes a lot of pressure off of the bullpen over the course of a season. And he has really come as advertised, and he has delivered in that regard.
So it's 2-2. Down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Reaching back with that two-seam fastball at 96 miles per hour. With the White Sox last year, 11-13 with a 4.96 ERA. this year, 4-1. He's riding a 3-game personal win streak. ERA about 1.5 under what he was last year.
Story a little anxious.
Second strikeout for Samardzija. Well, if you want a crab sandwich, sometimes you have to just kind of stay in line.
By the way, Mike, I just got a text for some folks that are watching the game at Finnerty's. So hello to all our Giants fans at Finnerty's, and we understand that there isn't a game that goes by where there isn't a good crowd there.
Well, for a Giants game, for a Sharks game, for a Warriors game, Niners game, it is that little island of the Bay Area that's in Manhattan. So welcome aboard again.
Mourning the loss, the Warriors loss. However, happy about the Sharks win.
Yeah, the Sharks win eased the pain of the Warrior loss.
They have this deal at Finnerty's now. The owners there are great baseball fans, that every time you say Giants, they buy a round.
Really?
It's great.
Well, Giants, Giants, Giants.
On the ground towards the hole. Crawford's going to try to make a spectacular play, and the only thing he can do is eat it. So it'll be an infield hit for Gonzalez, who hits completely away from the shift. So here's Arenado.
Well, since 1990, he's been buying Cha-Cha Bowls.
My wife's gonna be mad.
That's right. Make your own jersey. Be creative.
Here's Arenado. Gonzalez with good speed. Does not have a steal this year. And Samardzija out of the stretch, and a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Arenado takes wide. Rocky scored in the first. There's Mom
taking a lap.
One and 2.
Good sink. Sink at 94. Watch this thing bottom out. You know, he's not afraid to go down to a knee on a swing either.
And a quick toss, and Gonzalez is back. Blue Jays in town tomorrow night. Dodgers beat them today, right?
4-2.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a base hit to right field. Samardzija's thinking, you know what, this whole shift business, at least this inning it's not working.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
As the Shark is kind of stomping around.
You can see how they set the defense.
That's an out, right?
Yeah,
Nope.
if you've got Panic playing straight up, absolutely. And just like if you had Crawford playing straight up against Carlos Gonzalez, that too would have been an inning ender. Hey, the shift giveth and the shift taketh away.
Well, I thought it was interesting when, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago, it came out that Clayton Kershaw said to whoever's in charge, probably Dave Roberts, I'm not into the shifts. Play them straight up.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of a pretty standard shift. Brandon Crawford playing towards the bag at second. That's about it in defense of Gerardo Parra.
And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Problem with the base hits that would have been caught had you had a standard defense is that now it's a lot of extra throws for Jeff Samardzija.
And a flare. And a base hit. And a run's going to score. It's 2-0. Seen a few of those in this series.
Well, you talked about the onus that Parra has had on Samardzija. You know, I mean, these are the kind of hits that you get against a guy that'll give you a good lifetime average. I mean, he runs a little cut, fastball in on the hands, goes up the bat. What happens? A little dead bird out to left field.
So here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu hit a fly ball to center field in the second. Parra will run. He's got 5 steals on the year. And it's just wide. 1 ball and no strikes. 6 hits for the Rockies. Arenado at third, Parra at first. High and fouled and out of play. Parra started to go and then put on the brakes.
Got a man making a play. Coming to this ballpark's like a family reunion. Everybody's got their colors on.
It's a picnic.
Got good attitude coming in.
Friday night, Beta Breakers. Saturday and Sunday, picnic.
Yeah, good call. Devin Fox with her mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday to Devo. One of our heroes right there.
2 balls and a strike. 3-1. Yeah, Matt Chisholm kind of gets cheated on his birthday. It just happens to be the same day as Willie Mays is. Matt, head of our department, PR department. The 3-1, here it is. It's coming up. And it's a strike. It's 3-2. So anyway, happy birthday, Matt. Matt left the Giants for a couple of years. He was in the Rockies PR department. Started out here as an intern. And those are our 2 interns sitting to his left and right. LeMahieu bounces this one up the middle. Crawford's got it. He will spin and throw, and they got him. Nice play, Brandon Crawford, as he saves a run. It's 2-0 Colorado.
You by Wendy's. Wendy's Jalapeno Fresky Spicy Chicken and Ghost Pepper Fries are back at participating Wendy's for a limited time.
Well, the Giants Insider Podcast is live on csnbayarea.com, and you can listen to Alex Pavlovich talk baseball. It's also available on iTunes.
Gregor Blanco will lead things off. Blanco opened up the bottom of the first with a base hit. Here he bluffs a bunt, and he takes high. 2-0 in favor of the Colorado Rockies. There's a pitch down low.
Happy birthday, Yaya. Best mom and grandma ever.
Yaya's got a group, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And Polson gets a high hop.
Well, you always check and see if your lens is working. A ball player, those are the old style flip downs. A lot of ball players, you know, they have different colored lenses depending on how bright the sun is.
Those were the only glasses we were allowed to have.
Yeah. The flip downs now, that rule is
And if
history.
you decided that you wanted some sunglasses and wanted to use those when you're sitting on the bench, that was not a good sign.
No, that was like you need the sunglasses because you went out the night before.
2 balls and no strikes. In all honesty, you almost had to ask for permission if you sat in the dugout. Could I, I got my shades up in the clubhouse. Could I go up there and put them on? Look out. It's Story who's going to throw out Panic, who's not having any luck whatsoever.
A little frustration right there with Joe Panic too as he was going down the first baseline. So right now one defensive set is working and one is not. Wherever the Rockies are putting guys, that ball is finding that defense, and wherever the Giants are putting guys, that ball is not finding the defense.
So here's Duffy. Best thing you can do is just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Duffy bounced out to third. Hit a slow roller that Arenado picked it and threw him out, and here he takes a strike. Duffy hits a high drive to left. Parra back at the wall, and he makes the catch. And that's going to end the inning. through 3 here on Mother's Day. Rockies 2, Giants nothing. Hard Facts brought to you by Clean Crisp, Coors Light, Bumgarner, Cueto, Samardzija. You can see what their numbers are, and they're 12-4. So those 3 are getting it done. So here's Ben Polson.
She called in sick on Mother's Day. Oh, I didn't know that was legal.
And a call strike.
It's a gift. But you'll see high strikes with CB Bucknor. More high strikes with him than any other umpire in this crew. But there's no guarantee if you throw it in the exact same spot, you're going to get called again.
Polson bounced out to Crawford. 0-2.
Hey, look who got it.
Oh, 2 pitch. Here it is. Very high. 1-2. Garneau on deck. And then Eddie Butler. 4th inning. That's defense playing straight up, and the 1-2. Swinging a foul back. You know, you see so many shifts, it almost looks unnormal now when you see straight up like this.
Yeah, that's pretty standard right there.
That's it. That's Abner Doubleday right there.
That's exactly where he put him.
Outside, 2-2.
Pitch number 60 for Samardzija. It's been in the stretch every inning.
So now it's 3-2.
He says he's got the greatest mom.
A little pop-up. Duffy will give chase, but it's going to be right down in the camera well. I mean, you know what? He should feel that way.
Plus, you took him to the game today.
Yeah.
That elevates the status.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back. Samardzija. And another 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Got him. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, gentlemen, as you well know, if you've had a chance to listen to Dave Dravecky speak, you feel good afterwards. He is our healthy dose of goodness. It is brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe. Dave spent some time with students from Jefferson Awards Student in Action Program Friday night. He talked to them. He made them feel good. His message, it's not about what you get in life. It's about what you give. Dave Dravecky's a rock star, guys.
He's a good one. Here's Garneau, who singled in the second. Garneau trying to air it out. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Well, he got exactly what he was looking for. Fastball up over the middle. He's probably upset he didn't do more with that pitch.
0-2.
Get in the box and hit. Garneau's taking 2 laps with that after each pitch.
See, that's what happens.
That was a 3-pitch see ya. Good morning, good afternoon, and thanks for stopping by.
So here's Butler.
Gorgeous day on the bay.
Best. And Butler chases. It's now 0-2.
That cutter at 94 is such a good pitch. The beauty of it is it just doesn't tip. Doesn't give you an idea it's going to move away from you if you're hitting right-handed.
And that'll end the inning. Samardzija strikes out the side. Posey, Belt, Pence coming up.
Time now for our Ford right choice, and we're going to say striking out the side makes it a Ford right choice. And let's take a look at how Jeff Samardzija does it. He blows away Finn Paulson with a high fastball, and then it's Dustin Garneau taking a hike on a cutter, and then pitcher Eddie Butler is the final victim. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. That's our Ford right choice.
Fun in the bleachers as Buster Posey stands in.
I think it's a great place to take a nap.
Inside to Buster Posey.
Good look at how the sinker moves. Starts off away, then comes back into you if you're hitting off the right side. As Posey is.
Posey on the ground to third. Arenado to first, 1 out.
Buster Posey has been giving Nolan Arenado a lot of work at third base this series. Every hard smash he's hit that way has been gobbled up by the Gold Glover, Arenado.
So here's Belt. Buster behind the dish for the entire 4-hour and 20-minute game yesterday. What did we see? 360 some pitches?
Yeah, 365. Buster Posey probably going to get a day off tomorrow.
Hunter Pence to follow. Bottom of the 4th. And the pitch is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Talk about Eddie Butler with a 4-12 lifetime record, 2-0 lifetime against the Giants. And he's got him shut out again here into the 4th.
3-1.
Another 3-ball count for Brandon Belt.
Out of play.
Commando, no glove.
No glove.
And he did the right thing.
Give it to Mom. 3-2 pitch to Belt. And Belt takes the walk.
He is an on-base machine right now. That's his 26th walk of the season, and that ties him for 2nd in the National League.
Wow. Pence doubled off the wall in right field in the 2nd. And he takes a strike.
Hunter Pence not going with the pink shoes today. Saying, you know, I got these just feeling good, broke in right.
And 0-2.
Because basically every guy you see that's got pink on their shoes, I mean, that's a new pair of shoes.
A 1-2 with Crawford on deck.
The old style shoes, you go back, you know, previous generations, you had to break them in. You couldn't just pull them out of the box and put them on. You would blister up in a heartbeat. But the new shoes, oh, like slippers.
Belt goes, pitches inside, throw down to 2nd, and they got him. So Garneau throws out Belt.
Good throw. It's the 4th time this year that Belt's been thrown out. He's 0 for 4. Mayhew stepping up and watch him swipe tag back. Easy call.
Pence shoots this one, slowed down by Butler, and Pence is going to have an infield hit. He gets a few of those every year.
He gets a lot of infield hits for a guy with power.
Yeah, he does. Crawford was walked intentionally in the second. Crawford hits a high pop-up foul down the left field line and out of play. It's no balls and 1 strike. All right.
Had a bit.
Crawford swinging another foul. It's 0-2. Crawford trying to extend the inning, get it to Mac Williamson. And he hits a high fly ball deep into right center field. Someplace else, not an out, but here an out. 2-0 Colorado.
Giants Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop, where the aliens have landed and taken off with sandwiches.
Well, family-friendly special events lead the way on 3 different weekends throughout July and August. As you see Blackman stand in and Samardzija throws, and there's a call strike. Hello Kitty Day, Pixar Day, Lego Day. Visit sfgiants.com/special events. There's a ball lined to Mac Williamson, who's going to move over and make the catch.
That's what you need. You need 1 pitch outs. 2 pitch outs. Anything under 3 or less are quick outs, and that's what pitching coaches like to see.
There's Rusty.
Mike Phillips and his mom and Mike's girlfriend. One of the best camera people in the country. And on a day off, where do you go? To the yard.
Plus, you got to show Mike early in the game.
Yeah, 2 innings from now, not a good choice.
You can say that about all of our camera people. Swinging high pop-up foul.
Well, they could squeeze an off day pretty good.
Yeah.
They get a lot out of it.
Story is 1 for 2. 0-2.
Mother's Day, always a hit. You go back in the 1930s and the 1940s, and you look at some of the crowd shots, it's all men with hats. And then somebody came up with the idea of Ladies' Day, and that was a big deal. And now, every day is Ladies' Day.
That's the way it should be.
Candy Babes. Every day.
Hunter Pence will put it away. 2 outs, and here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez is bounced out, and he had an infield hit, and we'll see how the defense is set up now. Crawford's going to shade over just a little bit. And that's foul.
Heads up. And that's why you wear a glove. And Ingrid Baxter, our ball babe today, did the smart thing. Got out of the way. Let's go, Ingrid. Had a bit.
Allowed foul, and it's 0-1. Inside corner, 0-2. The Rockies' last run came in the third after 2 outs. Gonzalez had that little infield hit, and then Arenado and Parra, and so the damage was done after 2 outs. Bit outside, 1-2.
Trying to wrap that cutter around that outside corner. Now you can go right out the same side of the plate with two-seam movement going away from Gonzalez. Like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. And now in the inning, 6 strikeouts. Yeah, Rusty's mom. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. 2-0 Colorado.
Reminder, you can follow Giants Baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet.
Mac Williamson grounds the first pitch foul. 2-0 Rockies. Bottom of the 5th. Williamson, Samardzija, and then Gregor Blanco. Williamson struck out with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning. On the appeal, no swing, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, the Kentucky Derby was yesterday, and you saw a lot of hats like that.
1-2.
So why not break the same hat out for Mother's Day? That is definitely a good attitude hat.
Williamson out of play. Williamson trying to get on for Samardzija or just knock one over the wall. And he chases a pitch for strike 3. That's Butler's 3rd strikeout.
Well, he's going to be upset about that pitch because he went out of the strike zone to chase, and he also lost his balance, completely loses his legs on the swing. And for a guy with power, anytime a pitcher can do this to your lower body, watch him just sort of reach. I mean, there's nothing behind that swing.
Samardzija takes outside for a ball.
And those are the type of swings that will haunt a hitter, especially a power guy like Williamson.
One ball and 1 strike.
If you're going to swing and miss, at least have a rip at it.
Rolled foul. Samardzija strikes out for the 2nd time. So the only Giants hitters that have struck out in this game are Mac Williamson and Jeff Samardzija. So here's Blanco.
We saw a little 2-out thunder from the Rockies in the 3rd inning. Giants, their leadoff hitter Blanco coming up, trying to do the same thing here. 2-out thunder will absolutely ignite a dugout. The Giants really haven't been able to get the crowd into this game at all.
They had it in just a little bit in the 2nd. The bases loaded, but totally came up empty. So it's no balls and a strike to Gregor Blanco. Oh, 2.
Giants need to get Butler in a stretch. I mean, he's got a good flow going out of the rhythm right now. Out of the windup, rather.
Well, offense that scored 7 runs on Thursday, 6 runs on Friday, 2 yesterday, and so far none today. Out of play. Giants had Blanco at 2nd base with 1 out in the 1st inning. He got picked off. Bases loaded with 1 out in the 2nd. Nothing. Belt a 1-out walk in the 4th. He was thrown out trying to steal. Blanco's going to go around, and that'll end the inning. So what does Butler do? He strikes out the side here in the 5th. So we'll move on to the 6th. It's 2-0 Rockies. to Nolan Arenado. And a swing and a foul out of play. Arenado's got a couple of hits. Tripled in a run in the first. Outside. .83 pitches for Jeff Samardzija. Hunter Pence and Belt will give chase, but this one's going to fall into the seats.
Arenado, 2 hits to right field. I mean, you first look at the guy and you think he's a wild swinger, and then you realize that there is a real sophistication to what he does up there. I mean, he's got enough confidence in his power that he doesn't have to try and pull you to take you out of the ballpark.
Arenado attacks that fastball from Samardzija and fouls it back. One ball, 2 strikes. Got him.
Rubbernecking. So Nolan Arenado not agreeing with C.B. Bucknor on the high strike with a cutter. We promised rubberneck, and this is vintage rubberneck. There's the high strike zone that Bucknor will give you. So a nice pitch from Samardzija. He gets the reward, 7th strikeout. That's good rubberneck right there.
Here's Parra, 1 for 2.
World class.
Parra takes a strike. Out of play. Josh Phegley pitched 2/3 of an inning today for the Oakland A's. And he had a strikeout. Take a look at this catch.
All right, I got it. Oh, high backhander. That's an athlete.
One-hander.
Never spilled a drop.
Oh, 0-2. Parra's out swinging. Let's check in with Amy G.
Well, gentlemen, not only is it Mother's Day, very special, it's also Little League Day, and we love Little League Day here at AT&T Park. It was hosted today by that cute guy, Dwayne Kuiper, and he hosted hitting coach Bam Bam Mullins and Mac Williamson. Dwayne, you may have a different opinion. My favorite question was to Mac, who would win an arm wrestling match between you and Hunter Strickland? And I waited to hear the answer, and Mac chose himself. I like it. Swagger. Good job, Dwayne.
Yeah, it wasn't a wrestling match between me. I don't think Amy meant that. It was between Mac Williamson and Hunter Strickland.
I might pay money to see that.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul back.
They really are a sight to see, the Giants players lining up to get on a plane, because they look like giants. They got some big fellas. And one of them is right here. Samardzija at 6'5". But you stand next to Bumgarner and Strickland and Mac Williamson, and it's almost like they take the riding across the chest of their jersey seriously.
Derek Laws from Pittsburgh. And the question to him was, who's a better quarterback, Joe Montana or Terry Bradshaw?
Don't tell me you said Terry Bradshaw.
And he very calmly said Terry Bradshaw. He also mentioned that the Steelers had one more Super Bowl than a championship than the 49ers.
So he's paying attention, huh?
He is paying attention.
Terry Bradshaw is pretty good.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a full count.
But Joe Montana, I mean, he's our guy. Next pitch, number 95 for Samardzija.
And the walk.
0-2 to a walk, and that'll upset a pitcher. One thing that Samardzija really knew he had to do today, after the bullpen had to eat up 5 innings in yesterday's ball game, he felt he had to go deep into this game, and he's done that. It's the one thing you fear if you're a pitching coach. You go deep into an extra inning ball game, 13 innings like the Giants did yesterday. An early TKO of your starter, that kill your bullpen.
Ben Paulson is 0 for 2. And the first pitch high. 10 hits in the game, 6 for the Rockies, 4 for the Giants. Foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still throwing at 94. Creeping up to that 100 pitch mark. And the 1-1. Here it is. Instead, a throw to first. Samardzija at the belt. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
One thing about the Giants' schedule this year, they just haven't had the early off days to speak of. They've had 2 coming into this portion of the season, which is the type of schedule that really can stress out your pen early in a season. They won't get another off day till the 16th of this month.
On the road.
And it'll be on the road in San Diego, next road trip for the Giants.
Buster Posey over by the on-deck circle, and this will be just back of the fence in the first row. It stays at 1-2.
After they get to this next off day, then things kind of calm down the rest of the year in regards to off days.
Check to see when's the next off day at home. I think it's in June.
June 9th.
Got him. Samardzija strikes out the side. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And for the Giants, it'll be Panik, Duffy, Posey, Belt, and Pence. T-Mobile, and we're talking about yesterday. This was the hit that sent everybody home, the Matt Duffy walk-off double. Couple of walks in that inning. Connor Gillespie with the one-out walk, and he eventually scored the winning run. Do not hit that guy in the ribs. He doesn't have a lot of meat on there.
No, he doesn't have a lot of natural protection.
So here's Panik, who's hit the ball hard twice. He's got nothing to show for it. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Giants have had the leadoff hitter on once, and that was in the bottom of the first inning. Nope. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Close pitch. Butler's been very good. I mean, he's had nice command of all of his pitches, moved it around.
Hit out to right field, but in the park for Gonzalez. 1 out. Here's a McDonald's True Stories Mother's Day 2015. Duffy, a single to left. Blanco scores in the bottom of the 9th. The Giants beat the Marlins 3-2. So Duffy likes Mother's Day weekend. And here is Duffy. 1 out. Duffy hit a ball to the wall that was caught by Parra in the 3rd. Here he takes a strike. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Duffy trying to ignite here. Just a line drive to get that bench excited. Giants need a jolt of something to get going. Pink bats have not been working today.
Out in front of home plate. 2 down. And here's Posey. Buster 0 for 2. Had an 0 for 5 day yesterday. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. He being Eddie Butler's been really good at planting the pitch where he wants to on the first pitch.
Yeah, that's a generous strike. Mr. Posey backing out, giving a little silent protest.
One and two.
The problem about having a pitch like that called a strike is now you have to cover it.
You're always worried about the next one. Down low. And they're going to call him out. Wow, Jim Reynolds. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the 7th. a dealer. It's been about the pitching today. And Butler's been really good. Samardzija allowed a couple of earned runs. He's got 9 strikeouts, and that ties the season high. Here's Garneau, 1 for 2. And a strike, and it's 0-1. And the pitch is down low. Since the 4th inning, Samardzija struck out 7.
That's kind of how he rolls. I mean, he builds stuff as the game wears on.
This is hit out towards Mac Williamson, who's coming in, and he makes the lunging catch.
He had to recover. I don't think his initial step had a good read to it. I expect a little more fly ball than he got right off the end of the bat. He breaks back. Now he's got to regroup, and he winds up making a pretty good effort to make the play. I think there was a little fear involved in that as he broke back. Nice to have speed to be able to make up for a bad first step.
Here's Christian Adames hitting for Butler. And the pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a foul back. See Bum watching closely. Swinging and a miss.
Well, it's such a good pitch. The cutter is so deceptive. I mean, most sliders will give you a little tip that it's coming because of the spin that you see as a hitter, but there's no slider spin on that cutter, and it's big movement at a high velocity. He throws at 91, 94.
Blanco coming in, and he'll put it away. 2 outs. So here's Blackman. Blackman is 0 for 3. And the first pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. Avi Lopez headed down to the Giants bullpen.
Well, and he's thinking about Carlos Gonzalez. He's in the hole right now. Should the inning get going here with 2 outs?
Foul back. Giants have 9 more outs in this game. They only trailed 2-0. The really only threat came against Eddie Butler and the Rockies in the 2nd inning. Other than that, very quiet. This is hit on the ground and panic on the dive, and he comes up just short. And that'll be a 1-out single, bringing Story to the plate. Story doubled off the third base bag in the first. Since then, he struck out and flied out.
So the Rockies trying to get a little 2-out thunder here. And with their power up and down their lineup, I mean, They are capable of striking. When you appear to be having a pretty quiet inning, all of a sudden they can put a crooked number up there.
Fastball high.
How about Suarez? Albert Suarez has never pitched in the big leagues. He's a rook. We'll go down there and start getting loose.
He would have pitched the 14th yesterday. Well, off the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a quick toss to first. Blackman is back.
Those throwovers being called by Bochy. Samardzija, for a guy 6'5", long-legged, he really does get rid of the ball relatively quickly. He will give Posey a chance to throw out Blackman if he should decide to go.
And he goes. And the pitch is high. And the throw. Got him. Posey throws him out. 2-0 Rockies.
Beautiful Mother's Day. Giants trailing the Rockies 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher now for Colorado when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. It will be one of 2 left-handers they have down the bullpen. This is the veteran Boone Logan. He's been in 14 games this year, having a good start. 13 strikeouts in 11 innings, just 11 base runners. He's a 2-pitch guy. You see a fastball that goes low to mid-90s and a slurvy breaking ball. But it's quick. You don't usually say that about too many slurvy breaking balls.
Cubs will be at AT&T Park on May 20th through the 22nd. And on Saturday, May 21st, the first 5,000 kids 14 and under, they're going to receive a plastic bat and ball in honor of Play Ball Weekend. Visit sfgiants.com/tickets. So it's Boone Logan. Hey, in a lot of ways, you're glad that Butler's out of the game.
Well, he really pitched beautifully against this Giants team, as we mentioned. I mean, 4 lifetime wins, 2 of them have been against San Francisco, and he continues that magic over the Giants again today. 6 solid innings. He really didn't square him up that often. So now it's a bullpen game for the Rockies. And with Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford due up in this inning, Walt Weiss goes to his veteran lefty, Boone Logan.
Belt has been on base twice, a single and a walk. Overshift is on for Belt. And a strike down the inside corner. Logan pitched an inning and a third yesterday through 18 pitches.
An 8-year veteran, 31 years old. Logan 6'5", 215-pounder. Originally came up to the big leagues with the White Sox.
Belt rolls this one. A fair ball. So Paulson retires Belt quietly. And here's Pence. So Pence is stepping up. He's got 2 hits. With Crawford to follow. Pence with a mighty rip and a foul back.
95-mile-an-hour challenge from Logan. This is how he likes to face right-handers with power, with a 2-run lead. So he is a strike thrower, and he will put pressure on the hitter.
The last base runner the Giants had in this game was the infield hit by Pence in the 4th. A ball and a strike. Logan to the plate. In tight to Pence. 2 balls and a strike. Pence trying to reach for Crawford, and then Mac Williamson. And he will with a bolt to right field.
So a 3-hit day for Hunter Pence.
So here's Crawford. Crawford's walked, and he's hit a fly ball to right field. Very deep to right field, I might add.
I mean, they have Carlos Gonzalez playing in right center. I mean, they really exposed the line in right field to Crawford. There's a lot of room. But they're more fearful of that triples alley. I mean, it's really a pitch him away, play him away defense. But, you know, we'll see defensive set like this, and we'll see inside targets with fastballs. Completely going away from tradition.
And a high breaking ball for a ball, 1-0. Suarez back down to the bullpen. Crawford On a check swing, I do believe he went around, but Pence is going to end up in scoring position.
Well, Brandon Crawford does not believe he went around. And as that play was going back to the backstop, C.B. Buckner, the plate umpire, was walking back, and Crawford was right there with him, giving him an earful. And you can see Bruce Bochy not happy. All right, let's take a look at the check swing. Did he go? Yeah. It's kind of out there where it's 50-50. See C.B. Buckner right away.
I think Crawford probably saying something like, well, this is why we have a guy at third, so would you just mind checking with him?
Have you had that same argument?
Yeah, a few times. And that's on the ground, foul. Tom Reynolds in the Rockies dugout. He's the bench coach. He's the one who knocked it down.
Well, he's got one job, and that's protect Walt Weiss. That's what bench coaches do. Protect the manager. But Tom Reynolds used to make that play. I'm a little disappointed.
He used to just barehanded. And Crawford out swinging on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So we'll see if Walt Weiss lets Mac Williamson take his swings against the lefty. Mac Williamson has struck out twice in this game. And he rolls it foul on the first pitch in on his hands. It's 0-1. Pence at second. Kelby Tomlinson is on deck. It's a 2-0 lead for the Rockies. It's been that way since the third inning. So Osich joins Suarez. Oh, 0-2.
Way out front. Every off-speed pitch that the Rockies have thrown, Mac Williamson, he has had little or no lower body in the swing.
Well, he's going to keep seeing him.
As long as you can, as a pitcher, get that guy out balanced his lower body, you're right. Why would you challenge him with something hard, especially with the power that he's got?
He stayed alive on that swing. So it remains 0-2. Down low, 1-2.
Really hard for Williamson to stay back right now. Boone Logan has no problem throwing that breaking ball below the strike zone, bouncing it. And when you do that, you know, it also sets up the high 95 we saw him strike out Brandon Crawford with across the letters.
And Pence will hustle the third. Hey, the wild pitch has gotten the fans back into this game.
This has been the offense today. And Dustin Garneau, he was looking changeup. The high 95, just a little too high. The whiff.
Two balls, two strikes. Got him as he pulled the string, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the eighth. It remains 2-0 Rockies.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. It's Toyota time. For big savings on legendary Toyota quality, take a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
Here's Samardzija to Story, and a call strike. Story was at the plate when Blackman was thrown out trying to steal. And he skies one out into center field for Gregor Blanco. One out. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, I played off of your cue last night and went and found Fielden Colbreth. He was last night's home plate umpire. He got quite a workout, 13 innings, and to our count, 365 squats. He said he was actually sore during the game. He decided to walk back to his hotel to see if he could loosen up his legs. He was very sore this morning. He's at third today, so he's glad for a little bit of a break. And of course, his crew absolutely roused him, saying, glad it was you and not me.
Of course,
guys.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
That's the fraternity of umpires. Here's Gonzalez. Up and in for a ball, 1-0. But
Well,
it's a pretty good walk. Probably what? A mile?
yeah, a mile and a half.
No shortcuts.
but I
Straight
get-
line.
If I'm squatting 365 times, I'm looking for a cab. I got to be honest with you.
What's those? What do they call with the wheels and the bicycles?
Yeah, the pedicabs.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. We've been known to ride in a few of those leaving Coors Field to our hotel. The best thing to do, though, if you want to work out, is have the driver sit in the back and then you ride the bike.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
you go.
workout.
And you still give them $20.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
119 pitches, a season high for Samardzija. But if you look at how he's done it, it's been pretty much sinkers and cutters. And the sinkers, I mean, it takes the least amount of out of your arm.
This is lined at Blanco, and it's going to be caught by Blanco going away.
Nothing easy about that play. It had some carry on it, and he was looking right back into the sun. But a good first step and a good route. Upon further review, it wasn't that great of a first step. Looked like he had his first lean going towards the field. Then he had to backtrack, but the route was true, and a high backhander gobbles it up. Good play.
He takes a hit away from his fellow countryman, and now here's Arenado.
Tip of the cap. Thank you very much.
Arenado, a couple of hits. Got called out looking in the sixth and wasn't happy about it. There's a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 2. Samardzija trying to get his team off the field, get to the bat rack. This is hit into the gap, and it's going to shoot by Mac Williamson.
That's probably going to get Samardzija out of the game.
So it'll be a double for Arenado. And here comes Bruce Bochy. So Samardzija is going to get a great round of applause, and he departs, as many are standing already. And Josh Osich is coming in. So this hand is for the Shark. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. your oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back. After Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. You get highlights, reaction, analysis. It's all coming up right after the game. So Osich to face Gerardo Parra.
The numbers for Osich good. 8 strikeouts at 13 1/3. Just 11 base runners at 13 1/3 with an ERA of 2.03. Mid to high 90s with the fastball, mostly two seams, slider, changeup.
And this one's going to go to the backstop. So now a little bit more pressure on Buster Posey. Arenado ends up at third.
The little fastball that sort of cuts on Posey. And at that velocity, I mean, you get movement you're not expecting, they can handcuff you. The line for Samardzija outstanding. 7 2/3 strong, 8 innings or 8 hits allowed with a couple of runs, 9 strikeouts. He is responsible for Arenado at third.
Hit on the ground to Crawford. It takes a bad hop. Crawford stays with it and throws him out. Unbelievable. The reactions of Brandon Crawford. Take a look at this hop. Look out. And that'll end the inning. Maybe defense will get the offense going.
Wow. In Bay Area is going to be tomorrow night when the Toronto Blue Jays come to San Francisco. Game 1 of a 3-game series, and it'll be on 7 o'clock tomorrow. Pregame live at 6:30, plus pre and post-game coverage with Giants insider Alex Pavlovich right here, CSNBayArea.com. The home of authentic Giants fan is right here, CSN.
Walt Weiss came out when they announced Kelby Tomlinson. So we got a new pitcher. And it's Carlos Estevez. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Estevez is a hard thrower. You take a look at the numbers: 6 strikeouts in 7 2/3, 5 walks, however. That's 11 base runners in 7 2/3. That's a lot. He's a mid to high 90s guy with his fastball. He's got a slider and a changeup. Take a look at the play that ended it as the ball comes up, and Crawford, with the cat-like reactions, stays with it. But this is an infielder's nightmare when you have one come up about throat high.
Yeah, it's usually not going to happen early in the game. It'll happen later on in the game because the infield dries out a little bit. But Samardzija taking care of Crawford, and he comes in. It's not an easy play. It's a little easier for an infielder to make that play if the ball comes up rather than stay down. It's much easier with your reactions to come up. But he's got great reactions. By the way, Tomlinson is being pulled back. It's going to be Gillespie. So Gillespie's going to hit. Hit a one-out walk in the 13th. Scored the winning run in the game yesterday.
He's been hot.
And he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Blanco and then Panic. Two balls and no strikes. 3 balls and no strikes.
Another one of the qualities you look for in a guy who's going to come up and take a late inning at bat for you is that he has a little patience and he has a good eye, and those are all part of the strengths of Gillespie.
And a strike. Gillespie now will not take if it's a good pitch to hit. And he skies this one in foul territory. And Arenado never saw it.
Well, if he can't catch it, it can't be caught.
Not possible.
After what we've seen him do here in previous years.
He had the glasses down.
The side really not comfortable with it, wrestling with the sun.
You know, once you take a peek to see where you're at and then you got the sun, that's when it's hard to re-pick it up again. In a perfect world, you like to keep your eyes on it the whole time.
So Gillespie gets a reprieve here.
Into center field, and Blackman's right there.
We say if he can't get it, it can't be caught. Remember last year, and this was one of the plays of the 2015 season. Arenado going back and taking on the tarp, the wall, and then he almost gets a double play with the throw back to third base. Just an incredible play.
So here's Blanco.
So we've been trained.
Blanco skies one out to right. 2 outs. And here's Panik. Panik is 0 for 3. Job now, get on for Matt Duffy. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Tapped foul right over catcher and umpire.
Good changeup. Rockies the last couple days, I mean, they've really pitched well as a group, collectively across the board. Last 21 innings, the Giants just really have not been able to put many runs on the board.
In tight, 2-2. Foul down the left field line.
Heads up. That was close to Mike Phillips. Rusty normally in that third base dugout with a camera. Takes a day off. Where does he go? He goes to the ballpark, and he almost gets a line drive. Ooh. Estevez was walking off the field. Let's take a look at Rusty. Brought his glove, left-hander. Huge Lincecum fan. And mad at himself for not making the play.
So Panik will reach for Duffy.
Well, I think the ball wound up where it should have wound up.
Although knowing Mike Phillips, he'd have handed it to that woman anyway.
Yep.
Duffy 0 for 3. Hit a ball to the wall in the third. And he fouls this one off the backstop. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Here it is. And now timeout was called.
Albert Suarez and Santiago Casilla. Giants take the lead. You'll see Casilla. If they don't, you'll see Suarez.
He holds up.
Jim Reynolds, first base umpire, says no swing. There's always that little moment where you kind of hold your breath as a hitter once it goes down to an umpire on the side to check.
3-1. So now Duffy can lean on one if he likes it.
I mean, that's 3 3-ball counts in a row.
Foul back, and he was leaning on it. It's 3-2.
Looking for middle away, getting middle away.
Panik will now take off on the pitch. Panik goes down the right field line, headed into the corner, foul. So Duffy will go back, pick up that pink bat, and get after it again. Three and two. Panik goes, and Posey will hit.
Great at bat. On a day when a couple of walks is a total rally, they've set the table for Posey.
Here comes Walt Weiss. And he's going to the bullpen. The right-hander Chad Qualls is coming in. It's 2-0 with 2 outs. Mother's Day here at the ballpark. It's a 2-0 lead for the Rockies.
New pitcher now for the Colorado Rockies will be the veteran Chad Qualls. Be the 14th time that he has come in. Not a high strikeout total. I mean, he's a pitch to contact guy with a heavy sinker. It'll go low to mid-90s with velocity. He's got a slider. He's a tough guy to elevate. He's a tough guy to hit out of the ballpark. Doesn't give up many home runs because of that weighted sinker that he throws. But if there's a swing built to beat a sink, it's in the backs right now. An inside-out approach, that's Posey's style.
And the first pitch on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. It seems like that's happened a lot to Buster Posey, where that first pitch, such a tough pitch, and he quickly falls behind 0-1.
Got a little slump going right now. He's got an 0 for 12.
Pops it up. And that'll end the inning. Giants strand at pair will head to the 9th. And it's 2-0 Rockies.
Time now for our player of the game. It's brought to you by Honda, and we think Jeff Samardzija is that guy. Why? Well, Giants needed him to go deep in the game after the bullpen ate 5 innings up in yesterday's game. And what did he do? He went into the 8th inning again. 7th time he has done that this year. 7 2/3 strong, 8 hits allowed, a couple earnings, struck out 9. And he once again has given his team a chance to win. That is the player of the game, brought to you by Honda, Jeff Samardzija. And he got a nice round of applause walking off the field, deservedly.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up in brake experts.
So Albert Suarez making his debut, and this is what he did in Sacramento in 5 games, 3 of which he started. 25 innings, 31 base runners, 15 strikeouts, a 2.88 ERA, which is outstanding. And what he throws is a low to mid-90s fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. His changeup is fantastic. It's his best specialty pitch. 26 years old.
And his first pitch is a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Suarez, a big guy, 6'3", 235-pounder out of Guyana, Venezuela.
Two balls, no strikes.
So he's thinking right now, I get to the big leagues and I'm getting squeezed by the
Right
umpire.
off the bat.
Just has to throw 1 strike to settle down.
And a strike, 3-1.
A nice little sink to that fastball, and he will get some ground balls with the 2-seamer.
Three and 2.
That's 95. That's an easy 2-seamer. Drops his hands to his waist. Again, he'll show you his numbers on his back. Nice high position. That's a delivery made for strikes.
Out of play.
Just challenge fastballs here. Dave Righetti on the left. Seen a lot of debuts as a Giants pitching coach. 16 years as the pitching coach of the Giants.
And LeMahieu strokes one into left field for a base hit.
So a 3-2 breaking ball. And DJ LeMahieu hit him like you've seen him before. Just a little lazy breaking ball, flop it over, try and get it over in a 3-2 count. Make location mistakes up here, they'll make you pay. But he definitely has a sinker to get out of a runner at first base, nobody out jam.
And the first pitch is down low to Ben Paulson. One ball and no strikes.
He not getting any help at all.
My goodness. Somebody's barking at CB Buckner and he doesn't like it.
Well, I mean, everybody's protective of a rookie, especially a guy making a debut. And sure, it's Dave Righetti or Bruce Bochy that's giving Buckner an earful.
2 balls and 1 strike. On deck is the catcher, Dustin Garneau. Here's the 2-1. Hit on the ground to Belt. Belt goes to Crawford. Crawford goes to Suarez. Double play. Suarez got over there in a hurry, and it's a good thing he did.
Well, he'll never get over to first base quicker than he will in this particular inning, his major league debut. But this is what he can do. He can put the ball on the ground, get a good 2-seam fastball, and Crawford with a perfect strike with some mustard on it to complete the back end. And let's watch Suarez get over. Good job. Find that bag.
Get your foot out of the way. Here's Garneau. Football, no balls and 1 strike. For the Giants in the bottom of this inning, it'll be Belt, Pence, Crawford, and then they hope Williamson, pinch hitter, Blanco, and Panic. On the ground, Duffy to his left, spins high, not in time.
Brandon Belt does not believe it. He thought he got him, so we'll see. They will review it very quickly. Ron Wotus on the house phone. Brandon Belt coming down with the tag. He got him.
He got him.
He's out.
So they will look at this one.
Bruce Bochy grabbed both ears, which is the international sign to say we want it reviewed.
That should be an out.
It should be an out. It should be a quick call.
Quickest call of the year. This replay review is presented by Xfinity. Just got to get a little untangled.
They need to improve that system to get that thing out there a little quicker. All right, here we go. It's on the clock now. Once they put the headphones on, that's when they start timing. Meanwhile, it's already been a minute.
I don't think they count that. I think it's when they get the headphones on.
It is.
Ryan Rayburn is standing in the batter's box.
One more look. Drops down. He's out.
Yep.
One more look from this angle we haven't seen.
Got him. So, coming up, Belt will lead things off. It's 2-0.
Sportsnet Central today after Giants postgame live. You see it right here on CSN Bay Area. Kelly Johnson and Henry Wolford will review the Giants-Rockies game. There'll be plenty of reaction and analysis. Plus the Warriors insider, Monty Poole, with the latest from Portland. And the Sharks, San Jose looks to close out the series Monday. They'll update you on Sharky news, all that more. Toyota Sportsnet Central right here on CSN Bay Area right after the Giants postgame live.
Mario's mom.
Mrs. Alioto leading the fist pump, and she does it beautifully.
Fans love it, and so does she. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Well, Jake McGee, the closer for the Rockies, he had a blown save in game 2 of the series. 7 for 9 in saves. He throws hard, mid-90s fastball with a hard breaking ball.
Yeah, it was Belt who hit the triple off of McGee and then scored the tying run. Pence to follow. Giants need a base runner. And there's a strike to even the count.
Mark Reynolds at first base now. Well, down and in fastball. You be the judge. Brandon Belt did not like it.
Check swing roller. McGee spins, throws, not in time. And the tying run is coming up. That's my favorite hit of the year.
Well, I think Brandon Belt might say the same thing. Just a little check swing. I mean, there's nobody down there to get it. It's going to be Jake McGee and an almost impossible play. So the Giants get what they want very quickly, and that's the tie and run in the batter's box. And then it comes in the form of Hunter Pitts, who's got plenty of power.
Pence is 3 for 3. And he takes in tight, 1 ball and no strikes. It's the first time in this game since the first inning the Giants have had their leadoff hitter on. So that's a good sign. Pence with a mighty swing and a foul back.
Rockies really back up doubles defense. Prevent doubles defense. Parra in left field almost standing on the warning track.
A lot of hits in front of the outfielders, not many over their heads.
Basically, if it gets over their heads, it's gone. Edgar Blanco, Denard Span talking it over.
And it's low to Pence. 2-1. Swing and a foul back. 2-2.
93-mile-an-hour challenge on the hands.
So 2-2 to Hunter Pence. Crawford on deck.
He about as far over to the third base side of that rubber as you could get.
Got him.
So once again, he goes right back on that inside corner with the fastball. Just four seam, burying right in on the inside location. They set the target on the inside corner, and Garneau hardly moves the glove.
Brandon Crawford 0 for 2. And he fouls this one back and out of play. Crawford had a rip.
Yeah, he got what he was looking for. Hey, nice play. And I get to keep it. Yee-hoo!
No balls and a strike to Brandon Crawford.
So something's not right. McGee wants to talk to Garneau. Dude, you only have 2 pitches. All right. The Phillips family have their rally caps on.
Duly noted. It's 0-1 to Crawford with Mac Williamson on deck. A ball and a strike. Giants looking for the long ball here in the ninth. Why not? Hit on the ground, could be a pair. 6-4-3, and that's the ball game. So the Giants trying to take the series, do not today. Jeff Samardzija pitched really well, but tip your cap to Eddie Butler and the Rockies bullpen. They held the Giants to 6 hits and no runs.
Well, it is a frustrating way to lose when you get a well-pitched game from one of your big horses. And Samardzija, though, does one thing that he absolutely had to do. He had to go into this game and eat up some innings because of the work that the bullpen had to do yesterday. And all the Giants split the series with the Rockies, and now it's time to think about Toronto.
Interleague action tomorrow night with the Blue Jays coming to town. Final score, it's the Rockies 2 and the Giants nothing. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Eassurance Giants postgame live with interviews, and the wrap starts right now.